I am here with the man, the myth, the legend. He is known as HondaPro Jason. What's happening, big fellow? Where are you broadcasting from today?
I'm broadcasting from my house right outside of Chicago, and how are you?
I'm excellent. It's the weekend's almost here, our first collaboration, and we're talking about the all-new 2016 Honda Accord, both the sedan and the coupe. And you saw this maybe a month ago or so in person at an exclusive presentation and reveal.
Yeah, I was invited out to Silicon Valley with Honda, their new R&D department, and this is the first time the R&D department was ever open to the public. And to celebrate that, they unveiled the 2016 Accord for the very first time.
This midsize sedan, based on my research, the most popular vehicle among American car buyers, and it was named 10 Best by Car and Driver 29 times. No other vehicle can say that.
Yeah, it is the number one seller for retail sales also, which is amazing. It's been that way for a while. So Honda doesn't sell to rental vehicles or to fleet sales. A lot of the other manufacturers do that claim the number one title. So if you take those sales out and you're talking just individuals that buy the car, the Honda Accord is number one.
Are we looking at the 10th generation Accord now?
We are looking, no, the 10th generation, this is the 9th generation Accord.
Okay, because it was redesigned in 2012 for the 2013 model.
Right. Yep.
And now we're looking at a major facelift. Let's talk about some of the things that are different this year compared to previous models.
They've really gone bumper to bumper and changed everything. They put a lot more LED lighting in the cars, so all of them are going to get rear LED lights, which is needed. A lot of other manufacturers have LED lighting. It seems to be the thing to do. And some of the top trims have all front LED lighting with fog lights are now LED. It's one thing a lot of people were looking for in the Hondas were the lights look really good with the driving lights and DRLs that were all LEDs and nice and bright. But then you got down to the fog lights and they're a little dimmer. So now they're all LEDs. They changed that around. They've put some larger rims and changed the rims on most of the vehicles. So the Sport and the Touring are also going to get 19-inch rims from the factory, which is awesome.
Rolling on 19s. And
19s.
So it says you can usually get an inch more so for the Sport and 2+ inches for the Touring on the wheel set.
Yeah, because the Sport always had 18 inches.
Okay.
And now it has 19, and then the Sport jumps up.
So major facelift, they say exterior and interior. What do you recall of the interior that makes it special this year round?
They changed everything. I mean, they changed the feel of the interior, so they upgraded all the materials, but they also added a whole new audio and video system in the cars. So now CarPlay and Android Auto are standard on EX and above trim levels. So with Android Auto and CarPlay, if you have an Apple or a Droid phone, when you get into the car, all you have to do is plug it into a USB device. Just plug it right into the USB port, and your whole screen will then look like your phone. So you can keep your phone at your side. You can press a button, use Siri or use Google's Assistant, and you can speak to the car just like you would to your phone. And one thing everyone's been looking for are your maps. Your Google Map or your Apple Map will now be displayed on the car, no extra charge.
So no need to, upgrade to a navigation system. You can just use your phone?
You can use your phone. The need for a navigation system would be if you're in an area that doesn't get a very good signal, because you still need a good signal for your cell phone. If you don't have a very good signal, a navigation device, a navigation unit would be good. Or if you don't have an Android or an Apple phone, you would still need a navigation. It's still built in some models if you want it, but I think it's going to be pushed aside in the coming years.
And we're still looking at that double screen 7-inch display audio touchscreen paired with the upper 7.7-inch display screen.
Exactly. And it's really a nice combination because you don't need them both on. You can shut one off and get a lot of the information from the top screen, which is in your line of sight, which is always nice.
Talk about this Honda sensing package. I think people will be excited to hear about the safety they've incorporated into it.
This is really great because what's happened in the past is if you want extra safety equipment, I mean, even all the way back to when ABS came out, when anti-lock brakes first were introduced, they were only introduced on the very expensive models, which I understand, but it would be nice if you bought a base model and then you can add all the top safety equipment that's in the industry right now onto your car. And that's what Honda is allowing you to do. you can buy what's called a sensing package. And it's available on the Accord from the LX base model all the way up to the Touring where it's actually standard. And these include things that help you stay in your lane. These include so many brake mitigation. So in case you get too close to someone in front of you, it'll automatically slow you down. There's so many extras that you can add, and it all comes in one package, and it's not expensive. And the big thing is you can add it to the base model, which I don't know many other manufacturers now that you can do that. Back in the day, if you remember, you can add anything you wanted to a base model. But with manufacturing changes, this is something very unique.
So here's the list: collision mitigation braking system with sensor fusion technology, lane departure warning, forward collision warning, lane keeping assist system, road departure mitigation, and adaptive cruise control. And I love this, and I get excited about it all the time. You have that standard multi-angle rear view camera and the expanded view driver's mirror, but also the Honda. The camera below the side mirror on the passenger side.
Oh, the lane watch.
Lane watch.
Lane watch.
Yeah.
What do you think? What do you think of the lane watch?
I love it. I mean, it keeps you from having to turn around, and the fact that you can do it whenever you want. It doesn't just have to be activated by the turn signal. You can push that little button in and see what's over there. Let's say you're at a stoplight, and you thought maybe there was a bicyclist coming up. You're not turning right, but maybe someone's coming up, and it's like, where are they exactly?
Right. And you being a bicyclist, that has to work great both ways, because now you know that people can actually see you.
Yes. I'm constantly a defensive cyclist because, I've been hit before, and I know that the driver is, bothered by so many different things or distracted by so many different things, and I'm the last thing on their mind, and I don't want to be the last person on the pavement.
True.
Yeah.
And something I didn't realize, someone sent me a picture. They were in a CRV, and they had the whole center loaded up with boxes, and so their view was actually blocked. So a lot of people say, well, what do you need lane watch? I can just turn and look and see what's there. You could. I mean, it does help. But if there's an instance where you fill your car up with something that's blocking your view, you physically can't see to your right, which I think we've all been in that position before. This can show you everything that you can't see, which is really neat.
So in real terms, Jason, what's the big difference between, this may be an obvious question, the coupe and the sedan? Are we just talking about extra doors and more space in the back?
We're talking about extra doors, a larger trunk for sure. And Honda does, because it's a coupe, it is a little tighter, so it's going to handle a little bit better over bumps, over turns. So it's going to definitely give you a sportier feel.
Jason, I know you have some exciting travel news and product news coming up in just a moment, but I want to kind of clear things up when we talk about generations. I mentioned earlier this is the 9th generation Accord. What is the difference? Why do they call them generations when they may be a redesign in between years?
So the way Honda and most vehicles work is they do generations for every 5 years right now seems to be the norm. So every 5 years, a new generation of vehicle comes out, which means a new platform, a new body style. But halfway through that, to make it fresh, they refresh it. And that's what the new 16 Accord is. It's a refreshed third year in. They'll have 2 more years, and then they'll have a whole new model, which will be the 10th generation. Now, way back in the day, they used to change. I mean, if you remember back in the 50s, they would have a new generation every year. Every year they would change the body style and they would change the platform. And then due to manufacturing, they went 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. Now they're in 5 years with one exception. The new Civic is actually going to be a 4-year cycle, not a 5-year. And that's going to be a new one introduced 1 year early, 2016. And that's what I'm going to go out to California to see in about a month from now.
So what do you know about this Civic? What have they told you?
They haven't told me much. I mean, we all know about the engines. We know that there's going to be a turbo. This will be the first Honda turbo available. It's going to be a 1.5. We're not sure the horsepower, but they're also going to stick with a 2.0 for some of the base models. So it's going to be interesting to see the global unveiling on the 19th of September, and that's going to be out in California and Detroit. They're doing 2 cities at the same time.
So you're going to be there, and you're going to have original footage that just is coming from your camera?
Yes, they will. I'm one of 2 people that will be outside of California, in California, that'll be recording the event.
So
it's very unique.
They're going to come to your channel to find that?
Yes, everyone can come to my channel. It'll be on all my social media pages. If you can simply search HondaPro Jason, you can find it everywhere. And I'm sure Dave will be rebroadcasting some of the things on your channel too.
Okay, so at HondaPro Jason, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, hashtag in the know.
Hashtag in the know. Yeah, that's my tagline for my weekly news show. I'll be going out to California. They'll be doing a global unveiling. I'm not sure how much information they'll be giving us. I'm sure it'll be more the basic. And then later in the month, we'll be sent out to California for a full media preview. And they'll be giving us all the technical information. And they should be showing, so no one's confused, they should be showing the sedan for the first time. I don't think they're going to have a coupe, but the coupe should look very similar to the green coupe that's been showing up everywhere, that concept. And then there's going to be one more body style, which is going to be a 5-door hatchback. Now, the 5-door hatchback should have the SI and the Type R badge for the United States. And we should get more information on that probably in about a year or two.
So to see it first, be sure to follow HondaPro Jason.
That would be awesome. And yeah, you'll get a very first look, a lot of information. I'm trying to get some interviews also to get some more information about the vehicle and where the design came from and what are the changes that they've made dramatically from the new 10th generation from the 9th generation.
Excellent, Jason. Thanks very much for your time. We will see you in the very near future. Appreciate it.
Dave, thank you very much too. Take care.